The heart. It is the first organ to form and the last to quit, a muscle that beats 100,000 times a day without a single rehearsal. The food it answers to is the beet. Beets carry natural nitrates, and the body turns them into nitric oxide, the signal that tells blood vessels to widen and relax. Wider vessels, easier flow, less strain on the pump. Athletes drink beet juice before a race for the same reason your heart wants it at rest. More flow, more oxygen, less fighting against the road it has to pump through. Deep red, cheap, and easy to overlook, which is exactly why most people do. The heart never asks for much. It simply keeps going and quietly rewards the few who bother to feed it well. The liver, the quietest worker you own, filtering your blood minute after minute, breaking down almost everything you drink, swallow, and breathe. The food it craves is broccoli and the whole cruciferous family it belongs to. These vegetables switch on the liver's own detox machinery, the pathways it uses to escort toxins out of the body. There is no cleanse in a bottle that does this better than the organ already built for it. You do not detox the liver. You feed the thing that detoxes you. And unlike almost every other organ, the liver can heal, regrow, and forgive if you stop poisoning it long enough to let it. The kidneys. 2 fists of tissue cleaning your entire blood supply, dozens of times a day, deciding in silence what stays and what leaves. Their ally is the cranberry, sharp and sour, which helps guard the urinary tract against the bacteria that quietly threaten it. Small work, endless work, the kind nobody notices until it stops working. Sour on the tongue, loyal in the body. They ask for water and only a little help, and in return, they clean everything you will ever put inside yourself. The brain. 3 pounds of tissue holding every thought you have ever had, and it runs on fat, the right kind of fat. Its food is the walnut, which even wears the shape of the organ it feeds. Walnuts are dense with plant omega-3s that support the structure of your brain cells and the fragile bridges between them. Feed it well, and focus sharpens, memory holds, the fog begins to thin. Starve it, and the mind you take for granted starts to slip in ways you feel before you can name them. The oldest machine on Earth, still upgraded by what sits on your plate. The gut. Not just a tube for digestion, but something closer to a second brain, home to trillions of bacteria that shape your mood, your defenses, even the cravings you believe are your own. Its food is fermented, yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut, each one carrying living bacteria that resettle the gut and shift the balance back toward health. Get this one wrong, and everything downstream suffers with it. Your mood, your immunity, your energy, all of it dragged down by a place you cannot see. Get it right, and the whole body feels quieter, steadier, stronger. More of you lives here than you would ever guess. The lungs, 2 bellows drawing in the world 20,000 times a day, taking whatever the air happens to hand them. Their food is ginger, warm and sharp, which helps calm inflammation in the airways and loosen what settles inside them. Nothing dramatic, just clearer, calmer passages for the breath you never once think about until the day it runs short. The lungs work in total silence, and silence is easy to forget until it breaks. The eyes. 2 lenses doing more work than any camera ever engineered, wearing thin under years of light and screens. Their food is leafy greens, rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, pigments that gather inside the retina itself and blunt the damage of harsh light. You are, in the most literal sense, eating the color that guards your sight. Vision is one of the few things you rarely miss until it begins to leave, and by then, most of the protecting is already too late. Care for them while they still work perfectly. The skin, the largest organ you own, your first wall against the world, and the only one you inspect in the mirror every morning. Its food is the tomato and the lycopene packed inside it, which builds a quiet defense against sun damage from within. No cream ever reaches this layer. Real skin is grown in the kitchen long before it shows up on the surface. What you eat today walks around on your face for years. The muscles, the frame that moves you, and the tissue that slowly decides whether you stay strong or quietly fade with age. Their food is the egg, one of the most complete proteins that exists, carrying every building block muscle needs to repair itself. Lose muscle and you lose freedom, slowly, then all at once. Keep it, and you keep the strength that carries you through the years that come after, the years that break the people who let it go. The bones, the scaffold beneath everything, weakening in silence for decades before a single crack ever announces it. Their food is the sardine, small enough to eat whole, delivering calcium and vitamin D together in one bite. Bones are not saved in old age. They are saved young, by choices made in the exact years you feel most unbreakable. The body keeps the receipts, and it hands them back decades later. The immune system, not one organ, but an army spread through all of you, and it eats exactly what you eat. Its captain is garlic. Crushed and left to sit for a moment, it releases compounds that sharpen the body's defenses and meet invaders before they ever settle in. Ancient, pungent, standing at the gate long before medicine ever learned its name. The wall between you and the world is built quietly, meal by meal, long before you ever need it. The thyroid. A small butterfly in the throat that quietly sets the pace of everything: your energy, your weight, your warmth. It hungers for two minerals, iodine and selenium. Seaweed hands it the first. A single Brazil nut a day hands it the second. Two of the smallest foods on this entire list, running one of the largest switches in the body. When it slows, everything slows with it, and most people blame themselves instead of the tiny gland running the whole clock. The pancreas. The organ that governs your blood sugar, and the one most people wear down without ever feeling it happen, meal by sweet meal, year by quiet year. Its guardian is cinnamon, which helps steady blood sugar and lighten a burden we keep adding to every day. The sweetest tasting help for the organ our sweet tooth punishes most. It works in silence for years, and when it finally fails, it takes far more than sugar down with it: the blood, the river carrying all of it, oxygen and nutrients and life, to every distant corner of you. It is rebuilt by leafy greens once again, rich in iron and folate that keep it strong and keep it moving. Every organ named here depends on this river arriving on time, carrying what they need and taking away what they don't. Thin it, starve it, and even the strongest organ slowly suffocates. Feed the blood, and you feed all of them at once. And here is what the list finally reveals. No single food saves a single organ. The body is not a set of separate parts waiting to be repaired one at a time. It is one system, threaded together tighter than we like to admit. And when you feed one part well, you slowly feed all of them. The heart moves what the gut absorbs. The liver cleans what the blood delivers. The brain runs on what the whole body provides. There was never a miracle food. There was never a shortcut, a cleanse, or a single perfect meal. There was only the habit of feeding the machine that carries you, quietly, patiently, every ordinary day, long enough for it to matter. Your body has kept you alive this far without ever asking for a thing in return. The least it deserves is to be fed like you finally understood what it does. Pick one organ, pick one food, start with that. The rest follows on its own. I'll be making more videos like this soon. Subscribe to see them.